afternoon, everyone. I am John Miguel T. Esquivel. In this afternoon, I will be discuss about the curriculum integration. So before that, let me read to you first my objective. Explain the concept, key features, and level of curriculum integration clearly during the video report. Point out or show examples of integrated lessons on screen or visual while presenting. And last, demonstrate enthusiasm and a positive attitude toward collaborative student-centered learning throughout the presentation. What is curriculum integration? Curriculum integration is an educational approach where lessons from different learning areas are connected to create a more meaningful and realistic learning experience for students. According to John Dewey, one of the pioneers of progressive education, students learn best when they see the connection between what they study and their real-life experiences. Curriculum integration allows students to apply knowledge from multiple subjects to solve problems, make decisions, or complete meaningful projects.
Hello, today we'll talk about curriculum integration. Probably the biggest curriculum integration question I get is, why should we integrate our curriculum? First, let's talk about what is curriculum integration. Curriculum integration is an innovative, multifaceted, intercurricular method of teaching and philosophy. With curriculum integration, subjects are not taught in isolation as simple courses separate from the rest of the subjects. An integrated curriculum follows the experimentalism educational philosophy, which focuses on things that work and in which the world of experience is essential. While conventional subject-centered curriculums can be differentiated and hierarchically organized, they are divided into divergent, isolated, and separate subjects by artificial boundaries. Using integrated curriculums, subjects are not taught in isolation. Integrated curriculums are coherent and seek to connect parts of a whole. With an integrated curriculum, teachers can link subjects and bridge disciplines, integrate concepts from divergent disciplines such as science, art, and social studies, and intertwine concepts, contribution, ideas, skills, and knowledge from different curriculums.
An integrated curriculum allows children to pursue learning in a holistic way, without the restriction which often imposed by subject boundaries. In integration, content is drawn from several subject areas to focus on a particular topic or theme. For K-12 students, instead of teaching subject in isolation, like for example about plants, in science, learn about plants, in English, write a paragraph about plants, and math measures plant growth. So another example is, instead of studying mathematics or social studies in isolation, a class might study a unit called the sea. That particular topic that they discuss, like using math to calculate pressure at certain depth about the sea, using social study to understand why coastal and inland population have different livelihoods. So all subjects are connected to one common theme. In this case, about a particular topic, integrated curriculum implies restructuring learning activities to build connection between different topics, to create interest and motivation in students. Building connection, establishing greater relevance is important. And when we define this integrated curriculum, according to Humphreys 1981, an integrated study is one in which children broadly explore knowledge in various subjects related to certain aspects of their environment. So, they have a key features of integrated curriculum. Number one, the curriculum is aligned to both state and national standard. This means that even if subjects are combined, the lesson still follow that DepEd or the government requires students to learn. And teacher must include the important skills and topic list into the official curriculum. Example, if the topic is all about volcanoes, the lesson can mix. For example, in science, it's about what are the parts of a volcano. In mathematics, it's reading a graph about volcanic eruption, but both still follow the MELCs or the MELCs. Number two, a clear focus for curriculum must be present to help the teacher identify the topics or areas of study that are to be included in the instruction. This means that teachers need one theme or big idea so lessons stay organized and connected. The theme helps avoid random or confusing the lesson. Like for example, the theme is all about healthy living. The science that they integrate the food nutrition. The English is all about the writing about healthy habits. In the PE is exercise the routine. So all of lessons connect to wellness. 3. Teachers and educators must be aware that basic reading and mathematics skills are linked with the other arts and the humanities-based subject. This means reading and math skills can be used in all subjects, not just English or math alone. Students practice reading and numbers while doing tasks in Aralpan, Science, or MAPE. So for example, in Aralpan lesson on the Philippine regions, student they can read short text, so it is a reading skill. Another is look at population chart, so it a math skills. And another is color or draw maps, so it is arts skill. Number 4, integrated curriculum involves a group of teachers collaborating in planning and implementing the curricular program. This means teachers work together as a team to plan activities, so they decide how each subject will connect to the chosen topic. Like for example, for the theme environment, teachers plan in science about pollution, in math, measuring waste, in English, writing a speech, in Aralpan, community rule about cleanliness. So this subject, they coordinated or coordinate so students do related tasks in each subject. Number 5, differentiation of instruction within the topic or a unit is undertaken. This means teacher change or adjust activities to fit students with different abilities. Students learn the same topic but in ways that fit their skills level. So like for example, the topic is all about the water conservation. So those fast learners, it make a short video. An average learners, they can make or write 5 ways to save waters. And those students struggling, they can draw pictures or water savings of action. So everyone learns the same idea but in different ways. And last, a variety of assessment are included across the topic or unit. This means teachers use different ways to check what students learn. It's not just quizzes. They can be projects, drawings, presentation, or written tasks. For example, the unit is all about climate change. So those possible assessment is quiz about cause and effects, group poster about solution, short essay, group reading activity. So different tasks measure different skills. Next, let's talk about the levels of curriculum integration. Number 1 is departmentalized. So it is the traditional model of separate and distinct disciplines taught in isolation from each other. For example, students travel around 6 to 7 subjects a day. Each subject is not conceptually connected to the other. So this is the most common in traditional school setup. Each subject stands alone like English to English, math to math, science to science, Aralpan to Aralpan. So teacher teach only their specific subject without linking it to others. So students move from one subject to another without seeing relationship between lesson. So learning becomes fragmented because topics do not support each other and the focus is mainly on subject mastery, not on real-life application. Number 2, parallel. So these topics are rearranged and resequenced to coincide with one another. So the content itself does not change, only the order. So subjects are still taught separately, but teachers coordinate their schedules. So teacher plan to teach related topics at the same time so students can make mental connection. So the lesson content stay the same, only the timing is adjusted and students see relationship between subject without merging them fully. So this method reinforces the concept through timing, not integration of content. Students gain better understanding because they encounter similar themes across classes. So teachers communicate with each other but do not create a shared or combined lesson.
Oral disciplines means teacher reach across departments to plan and sequence some similar ideas. Topics and units of study are rearranged and sequenced to coincide with each other. Similar ideas are taught at the same time while still remaining separate subjects. For example, a social studies and a language arts teacher might decide to parallel their courses by teaching World War II and the Diary of Anne Frank at the same time, in the hopes that each of the disciplines will be enriched.
Number 3, complementary or shared units of study. It is related disciplines are brought together in formal unit to investigate a theme or topic. Shared planning and teaching take place in two or more disciplines. Teacher plans the unit and find ways to support each other instruction. So teachers work together to connect their subject under shared topic. Lessons are designed to complement one another and those subjects remain separate but strongly linked by specific unit or theme. And students clearly see how different subjects contribute to understanding one topic. And it encourages teamwork among teachers, build deeper understanding because students apply knowledge across subjects, and it enhances the flow of lesson and activities. They often use the performance tasks or major projects. For REBED or connection, it is interdisciplinary team. Each member of a team teaches from perspective of their discipline. It is a broad theme is selected like for example, water, culture, or environment. All subjects connect to this theme but teach it using their own approach. The theme acts as the center of the web, with each subject forming a branch. So students see how one big idea is explored across multiple disciplines.
The webbed model. So what is the webbed model when we talk about curriculum integration? Webbed curriculum is a thematic approach to integrated subject matter. It typically begins with a theme that encompasses several subject areas. The use of theme acts as a giant umbrella topic that is visible and evident in student learning with various content areas. The web model often looks like patterns or cycles, such as this, or this. There is usually a central theme, with strands or subjects stemming off of the main topic in the middle. Team teaching and collaboration is an important part of the web model and offers great opportunities for cross-curricular PBL or UBD themes. Quite often, the web model is approached by a group of teachers who all agree on a focused topic and questions they want students to be able to answer from each unit. It is very important that theme and questions are student and age friendly. Advantages to using the web model include high interest themes that students can grasp, flexible assignments for students, team teaching, and collaboration. Disadvantages include more time input and collaboration needed than other forms of teaching, and it's also easy to get lost in the theme and put less emphasis on meeting actual outcomes.
For 5, integrated themes. These themes mostly imposed for students by teachers and others. The most successful themes are generated by students based on their personal and social concern. And this is the highest and most advanced level of curriculum integration. It is subject blend together around one theme, sometimes subject boundaries disappear, and students help choose the theme, making learning more relevant and meaningful. The theme usually relates to real-life issues important to learners, and those students take greater ownership of learning because the same uh, theme reflects their concern, and those activities become project-based, inquiry-based, or problem-centered, and teachers guide the students, but learners also discovered answers on their own and build critical thinking, collaboration, citizenship, and real-world problem-solving skills. Why is it important? Curriculum integration is important because it connects lessons across subjects, helping students understand concepts better. It makes learning relevance in real life, not just memorization. Collaboration among teachers create a supportive classroom, while integration reduces repetition and make lessons more organized and meaningful. And the purpose of K-12 context, in the K-12 curriculum, integration helps students see connection among subjects like science, math, English, Aralpan, MAPE, and TLE. It makes learning practical and student-centered. It supports teachers' collaboration and address diverse learners through a varied activities that cater to different interests and abilities. Now that you already know what is the definition of integrated curriculum, let's talk about the spectrum. The spectrum of integrated curriculum refers to the range of approaches and levels of integration used to connect different subjects or disciplines within an educational program. The spectrum can vary from simple connection between two subjects to more comprehensive and complex interdisciplinary approaches. The spectrum of curriculum integration in K-12. Curriculum integration simply means connecting lessons from different subjects so learners see the bigger picture, not isolated topics. In the Philippine K-12 system, where students often say, "Ma'am, sir, asa naman nato ni magamit?" Integrated teaching helps them finally see the purpose of what they are learning. The spectrum of curriculum integration shows different levels of how subject can be connected, from the most traditional to most integrated. Think of it like step going from minimal connection to highly coordinated real-life learning. Number 1, traditional organization of instruction. It is the most common approach in the Philippine public schools. In this model, each subject is taught separately and teachers plan their lessons independently. Students mentally switch from math to science, to Filipino, and to Araling Panlipunan, but there is no clear connection between them. Learning focuses mainly on memorizing facts instead of applying knowledge in real life. This approach is easy to manage for large classes and those busy teachers and follow traditional DepEd lesson structures. However, students often struggle to see the relevance of what they are learning. Skills is learned in one subject are rarely applied in another, and lessons can feel repetitive or disconnected. Like for example, grade 5 students may learn multiplying fraction in math, the water cycle in science subject, and sentence writing about nature in Filipino subject, and major rivers in the Philippines in Araling Panlipunan subject. So all taught separately and making it hard to understand how this lesson relate to each other. Number 2, the theme is one discipline. So here it focuses on single subject as the core theme while other subjects support and enhance that theme. This approach allows the students to understand a concept more deeply and see how other subjects reinforce learning. It is visible even in the schools where limited teachers' coordination and help learners understand how academic lessons apply to real-life situation. For example, using disaster safety as a core science lesson or other subject like math, English, Filipino may include supportive activities that strengthen the understanding and making the learning meaningful and practical while promoting awareness and preparedness. So here, in the theme is one discipline, it focuses only in one topic. Number 3, the study of 2 or more core learning areas. So here it represents a higher level of integration where 2 or more subjects are equally important and work together. This reflects real-life situation where solving a problem often requires multiple skills simultaneously. So it develops practical in 21st century skills such as the creativity, communication, problem solving, and collaboration. Like for example, in grade 6, lessons around a barangay fiesta can integrate the Filipino by writing stories about the event, in math by computing the cost for decoration and food, in DLE by preparing simple local dishes, and arts by creating banner and poster. So here, the student can see how their lesson connect to real-life culture that fostering the teamwork, budgeting the skills and creativity and cultural appreciation. Number 4, teachers collaborating on a common theme. So here, it is collaborative by co-teachers in your specific field or other areas. So it takes integration a step further by having a teachers plan lessons together around a central theme. So collaboration ensures that lessons are coherent, non-repetitive, and smoothly connected. So students benefit because all subjects reinforce the same idea that making learning more meaningful and engaging. Like for example, during Nutrition Month in grade 7, teachers can plan science lesson on the digestive system. In math subject, math lessons creating graph of calorie intake. In MAPE, lesson on physical fitness. In English, lesson on persuasive writing about healthy eating. And also in the Filipino, lessons on composing letters to the community. And last, the TLE lesson preparing nutrition snacks. So this coordinated approach helps the students realize that learning about health is practical, relevant, and require multiple skills while also promoting a teamwork among teachers and students. 5. Common theme chosen by a team of teachers. So it focuses on culminating activities. This is the most advanced and powerful level of curriculum integration. At this level, a grade level team selects them based on real community issues or students' needs. And all subjects blend together around this theme. Students gain ownership of their learning because the theme is relevant to their lives, encouraging them to think critically, solve problems, and take action. So like for example, in a grade 8 theme on solid waste management can integrate the science by studying biogradable and non-biogradable waste, math subject by analyzing school waste and creating graphs, in TLE by making recycled crafts and composing, and also in Filipino by writing letters and speeches advocating a proper waste segregation, in Araling Panlipunan by studying environmental laws, and arts by creating an anti-littering poster. So this approach equips students with practical life skills, environmental responsibility, and community awareness and academic knowledge, in making learning meaningful, empowering, and directly applicable to their world. And next is integration and K-12 curriculum alignment. The K-12 curriculum emphasizes core learning areas such as languages, mathematics, science, araling panlipunan, MAPE, TLE, and edukasyon sa pagpapakatao or values education. Curriculum integration allow teacher to blend core competencies across subject while addressing the 21st century skills that required in K-12 such as communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Integrated activities help differentiate learning, supporting students with diverse interests, strengths, and abilities a key principle in K-12. In conclusion, curriculum integration strengthens students' learning by connecting subjects instead of keeping them separate. The spectrum of curriculum integration ranges from traditional separate teaching to full collaboration around meaningful themes. In K-12 context, embracing curriculum integration that makes learning relevant and student-centered, it develops critical 21st century skills and promote teachers' collaboration and holistic planning and supportive diverse learners. As a future teachers, understanding and applying curriculum integration prepares us to design engaging, real-life, and connected lessons that met the goals of the K-12 curriculum.